all of the snowflakes we made this past week. I hope you had fun cutting them all apart and decorating your own spaces with them as well. I made so many. This week we're going to take a break from cutting and go back to drawing. This week we're going to focus on architecture and we're going to draw buildings. Now normally when we draw buildings and houses we make them 2D, which means they look very flat. They have height and they have width. But this week, today I'm going to show you how to take those 2D drawings and make them 3D, which is three-dimensional. They have height, they have width, and they also have depth, which means they look like they are real and in space. It's going to be very cool. I'll show you a few simple tricks to draw something really phenomenal. Now, we are not going to just draw one building today. We are going to make a whole village. Because I don't know about you, but I have noticed lately that that phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, is very important right now. It takes a whole village of people to not only raise a child, but to take care of all of us and keep us all happy and connected in this strange time. So we are going to make our very own villages today that help us feel connected to other people and have all these little houses that help each other out. Our artwork this week is going to be inspired by a really cool artist. Her name is Pristine Carrera Turkis. She is a contemporary folk artist, which means she is still alive and making artwork every day. And she's a folk artist, which means she is a self-taught artist. It's pretty incredible. Now, Pristine currently lives in Southern California, but she is originally from the Philippines. Pristine's artwork is very much inspired by the things and the people and the places that she loves. You'll notice that her artwork has a very happy feel because of all of the bright colors and all of the exciting designs. To make our artwork this week, it's very simple. You need one piece of white paper. A small piece will do. It does not have to be large. You need a pencil to do your drawing and a marker and black crayon to do some outlining to make them bold. That will make our very own coloring sheet that then we will use whatever coloring supplies we have to enhance it and make it very colorful. You can use crayons or colored pencils or markers, whatever you have nearby. So, let's get our art supplies and get ready to make our village this week. You just need a white piece of paper, pencil, marker, and coloring supplies. Grab those things, meet me back here, and I'll show you how to make a really cool three-dimensional folk art village.
Let's make our colorful villages. First, we have to start with the drawing. So hopefully you have found your materials. You need some coloring supplies. So markers or crayons will do, or even colored pencils. Paint works too, but it's a little tricky to color in with that. You need something to draw with. You could start with a pencil and then go over with either your markers or a black crayon, or if you're like me, you could be really brave and just start right away with your marker. It's up to you. If you want some practice, start with your pencil first. You decide. To make our houses, we are going to start with the way you're probably very familiar with. Start by making a triangle first. That's your roof. Now underneath that, add a square. That's pretty familiar. This is the way you've been making houses for a long time. Then you can add doors and windows and chimneys and any other details you might want. That is a two-dimensional house. It has width and it has height. Now, boys and girls, we're gonna make a house that looks like it pops out from the paper. It's three-dimensional. To do that, we start just the way we did with the first one, with a triangle and then a square underneath. And now we are gonna make 3 diagonal lines, one from the top of the house, one from the middle, the bottom of the triangle. That one is a little longer. Do you see that? And now one more at the bottom that's the same size as the top one. Now I'm just going to connect those together. Ta-da! Now I have a three-dimensional house. And just like before, I can add whatever details I want to make my house look very, very special. I can put a door and windows, and I even have one extra side to decorate now. So boys and girls, to make our villages today, we are going to use this simple skill, making three-dimensional houses and making them all look a little bit different. Every house can be unique and you can decorate it however you choose. You can put designs on the roofs, lots of windows. It's up to you. Now remember, making three-dimensional houses takes practice. So if you don't get it quite right the first time, don't worry. It will just help your house look like a folk house. If it's a little bit lopsided, that's fine. So you can make all of your details unique and amazing. Once you've made a few three-dimensional houses one way, you can make three-dimensional houses going the other way. It's exactly the same. Triangle, square, and now my diagonal lines are going to go out to the left-hand side instead of the right. Now I have a new 3D house. So cute. So friends, keep building your houses. Some can be small to fit in your tiny little spaces. Some might be big. The key is to make a variety of houses so you can change how each one looks and you'll have all different houses. As you go, it will get easier, so be patient with yourself as you make your amazing little homes. Remember, your goal is to fill your whole page with houses so that it's a whole entire village, and then we can color it all in. Now I'm going to make a bunch of houses in lightning speed. You can follow my video and pause it if you want some ideas for your own houses, or you can make your own unique homes yourself. Some of your houses might even get a little bit silly, boys and girls. Look, this is a two-sided house. What in the world is even happening? Oh my goodness. Have fun with your houses. Get silly and inventive with them. And don't forget, every house is unique, so there are no mistakes. If you think one of your houses isn't as good as the other one, well, add more details to it, and that will make it better and better and better. Always try to find the positive and the great in all of your work that you make. Is covered with different kinds of houses. It's a whole village. There are so many unique and different people that live in every home. It's so exciting. Now, friends, let's color it in. I'm going to use my markers to color in today. Now, when you color, you can choose whatever coloring materials you would like. But the one thing I want you to think about as you color is think about your composition, or the way that your village looks. What I want to challenge you to do is use one color and use that same color about 8 to 10 times all over your page in different places. Whenever someone looks at your artwork, if they see all of the color in one place, their eye will go just to that one spot. So if we use the same color all over our page in 8 to 10 places, our eye will bounce around and find all of the unique details. So before you switch colors, try to use the same color all over your paper in 8 to 10 different spots. I'm just constantly jumping from one side of the page to the next. Great! Now I'll choose a different color and keep on going. Composition is really important to make our artwork beautiful and, as I like to say, next level awesome. So I'm going to use my second color now and jump around to color things in 8 to 10 different places. On the top of my paper, the bottom of my paper, the left-hand side of my paper, and the right-hand side. You can use any colors you would like today. It's like you've made your very own coloring page that you can color in any way you would like. Now, boys and girls, if you notice, my hands are moving very slowly. I'm taking my time coloring each thing, and my hand does a little bitty tiny wiggle every time. If I really want my coloring to look super nice, I like to sometimes outline first my shape, and then I color it in with little wiggles. We're not scribbling, boys and girls, we are coloring. And that's a really important skill for us to learn so that we can make beautiful artwork in the future. I've used this a bunch of times, now swap it for a new color. Each time I'm taking my time to color in very tightly and carefully. I'm not scribbling, I'm not wiggling, and every section that I color in, boys and girls, is totally colored. There is no white space peeking out between my coloring. Really take the time to fill it all in. I like how sometimes when I put yellow in the windows, it looks like there's light on the inside of that little house. You could put some yellow in your window so it looks like some of the lights are on. Ta-da! All finished. I have almost all of my houses colored in. I decided to let the white paper be some of my design, so I didn't color everything in, and that's okay. You can color it as much as you would like. And if you look, my eye can travel around my page as I find red and red and red and red, and then blue and blue and blue and blue. I just float all over the paper so that I'm constantly finding new wonderful details. The white background creates some really nice contrast so my houses stand out. I hope you all had fun making 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional houses, houses with height and width, and houses with height, width, and depth that go back into space. Don't forget to take a picture and upload it on Canvas so I can see your beautiful, colorful villages.